Good and morning.
Good and morning. Hello.
Hello, what I want to know. Thank you for coming by.
I'm gonna open Restream so I can see. What you're saying. Have a nice cup of tea. Have a fluffy cat.
You could read my one.
I will. SB.
SB.
Hello, unknown. Hello.
Fair way to low.
That's a nice thing to say before you go. Everyone is awesome. Aline is awesome and tired.
Yeah, Aline saying she was struggling to get up this morning, but if she managed to get all her homework assignments done, she'll be able to nap.
That's good.
That's life goals.
It is. Were you up all night or something, Aline? Oh no, I'm making fun out. Well, I will one day.
Hey.
Why not now?
Hello, Rabbit.
Hey. Guess who has a good answer for your question today?
Rabbit already knows.
What?
He's got an email from Redbubble.
Oh. Redbubble. Spoilers. Jeez. They don't let anyone tell anyone anything anymore. They're like, oh, don't worry, we'll tell them. We'll tell them.
India, send me that screen you got there.
Well, if you never do the all-nighters, Ellie, then what do you do? What do you do? And what part of the screen do you want, Mike?
Most of the characters are colored. I'm gonna make a tweet that says, "Hey, we streaming."
We streaming. You best believe it. Come down while you receive it. Gonna give you some of that good stuff. Let's see. I lost the rhythm at the end, but you know, whatever. You want this?
Yeah.
I give it to you.
Maybe you can give me some of the storyboards though if you want.
And you're gonna give it to you. Gonna deliver to you and you're gonna give it to you.
I'm already there. I'm already waiting. I'm already there.
Oh shit. I like that my response to having something I wasn't allowed to show up on screen was to cover it on screen with my hand. Oh jeez, you might need to take this stream down afterwards.
Okay.
Please no one share anything that you just saw because it's very, very under wraps. What am I doing? Mike, you are the bane of my life.
Yeah, send me that.
You can't just let me do the thing. I always have to do all this promotion shizer. Okay.
Hardik says he's only ever pulled one all-nighter in his life, and that was because he had to take care of his doggo.
Oh, that's a really good reason. And you want me to send you this via Discord, yes?
Yeah. No one watches the streams anyway, everyone's just listening.
What do you mean you don't? Everybody watches the streams.
No.
Yeah. Every single person has their eyes glued to the stream. To the screen. The stream screen.
I love the fact that you were like, oh no, don't look at this, Michael.
I wasn't doing it for you, I don't know, I felt like I panicked and I thought if I covered the screen with my hands, maybe no one would be able to see what was on it. Whereas just like not having a full 12 hours of sleep is enough to make you feel like you're dying. Yeah, it's late for you, unknown. Actually, Aline, yesterday I went to bed at about 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, somewhere in that vicinity. I'm trying for that more often. Sleep is for the week, for double E week. I'm going to get some sleep though, and I'm going to learn to work faster, and then it'll be okay. You know? Then I won't need to do all-nighters like you guys, because like you guys I will have the work done without needing to do that. That's my hope.
Good job.
Yeah. thinking of this. Oh whoa, let me mute Skype, please.
I really don't like the step backward, like selects a different layer.
I'm sorry?
When you step backwards, it goes back to your previously selected layer. So say you're like trying to do a gradient on one layer, but you were previously selecting another layer. It goes back to not selecting the one you were selecting, so you have to keep. And
You have to keep, Mike.
yeah.
Yay, so I need a picture of them before the stuff's all happening. I might just use the same one, but without the red muted notes and have a slow zoom in. I'm really playing this by ear. I have no clue what I have no plan as to what I'm gonna storyboard. I'm just kind of winging it
That's
as I
cool.
go.
Organic storytelling.
It
You have the
is.
guide of the audience, so.
I also worry though that I'm not coming up with anything too imaginative because I'm just like, yeah, do this. So I guess we'll see.
What the hell is playing?
Sorry? What is it? What?
Listen to this. I don't know. It's like first I was petrified, but it's some baby going. Bah, 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 bah.
Oh no, that sounds awful. Yeah. What are you listening to?
Oh, Crash Bandicoot. I Will Survive. Let's not.
Ooh, Cuts on My Ears is almost done. Go on now, go!
Oh no, go back. Here we go. I like Surf. Surf is good. So SB, I'm just making a little like tweet post that shows both of the things we're working on.
The kind of thing we probably should have done before we started the stream.
Wow.
You know. So we could have just started the stream and been straight into work with you guys. But that's how we roll.
I needed your graphic for it. I would have been done in seconds, but
The
I
kind
was
of
waiting
thing
on
that
you.
we should have done before the stream. It's so dumb. Cups on my ears. And the little blue birds. I just realised you meant Twitter. I'm very smart. I'm very fast about these things. So anywho, it's Thursday. Jeez.
It is Thursday, yeah.
It happened so fast. How's everyone's week going? How have you all been so far? I had a very strange dream. But I was like on tour in America and I was coming back home to visit family and stuff. Well, first we had to visit Tibbs. And to visit Tibbs we had to go to Leeds.
Oh, okay.
And do it on the bus after the plane from America, because we landed in an airport somewhere and then we had to like get the tour bus to Leeds.
Why was she in Leeds? Is that just because
That's where
we
she
met
lived
her?
in my dream.
Okay, that's where we met her before.
So my brain must have been like, oh, she lives in Leeds, doesn't she? So
I need to check what I still have open and not do in India.
it was weird though, the tour was really cool. We were like famous. But we weren't famous for like doing anything that we do now. We were famous for like singing or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't sing. I've never sang.
You did in the dream.
Never.
You did in the dream,
Never
man.
sang. So we're like doing a stage tour or something.
Yeah. And Aline, what a lie. I can't draw. You can. You totally can.
You're just choosing not to, Aline. No.
Stop choosing not to.
And choose to.
That must be so frustrating when you can't get someone to work right and someone's just like, stop deliberately failing. Do it better.
Must be the worst. So I'm having a little difficulty like adding detail to this bear without changing the overall feel of it. Anyone ever like work on something where they're like, oh, I'm trying to make this better and it's just not. Like if I make it accurately to like this bear, it loses the quality it has about it. So I'm trying to like find the right balance. I have to say the eyes are a bit strange.
I think the bear itself is fine. Like it's just the upper torso that bothers me a little bit. So it feels kind of disproportionate with the arm.
Right, gotcha.
And the head. Like it feels like the boobs should be maybe lower.
The what should be lower?
Boobs.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I think maybe I've made the arm itself too long, maybe.
Maybe, but I do like the arm. I don't know if it's because you did it for reference, but it looks really nice.
I didn't just use the hand.
I like it. Card it says Doig, this might be my favourite bear lady so far. Such elegant.
Thanks. That's cool to know. Yeah, I wonder what it is about this one specifically. Because Alan said sort of a similar thing yesterday.
I think it's just a striking pose and image. Like the bear's looking straight into the camera, which is not usually.
Yeah.
Like it looks like you've composed it to be
An image, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was referencing a lot of the imagery from Clint, which is cool. Like his stuff is striking.
Clint's great. Yeah, his stuff is very striking. And it is often like that. Like a lot of his models it feels like making eye contact.
She looks confident, and confidence is attractive.
Oh dear. We're like the least confident people ever. It must just be a mess. Eileen, all of us just wishing. Maybe Bear Lady represents what we're not, what we long to be.
Represents our inner desires.
Oh, Hardick, though, you deserve to have confidence.
I think confidence can come from accepting you as you are, and not worrying so much about how people perceive what you are.
Yeah, I think confidence comes when you just don't necessarily care anymore. You don't care enough to worry. Why should I worry?
It's one of the roots to it, yeah.
Why should I care? I think I've got to a certain point where I just don't care as much anymore. When I meet someone who I do care what they think,
You tense up.
I completely tense up, and I make a bad impression because I'm so tense that I don't know what to say. I think that nothing I have to say is good enough, so I don't say anything.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
Yeah, it's really frustrating for me because I can see that I'm doing it, but I can't stop it from happening. Like, I can't just relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to in those situations. Sarah Panda says, ever need diverse body types and styles for practice / character inspiration? Try the lineup series by the channel Cut on YouTube.
Ooh. That's cool.
Sounds like some kind of advert, but it does sound cool. The lineup by the channel Cut.
High promotion stuff is so cheerful. Much cheer. Oh, last time I did the test, I think I was INFP. Oh, it says mine is SHIT.
I just looked at the chat and got it. Nice.
I think mine might have changed since I took that though.
I've forgotten what mine was. It was feeling introvert. There might be a J in there.
INFJ.
Something, I don't know. INFJ, that might be what I was, I'm not sure.
I think I flip-flop between FJ and FD. I can't remember though.
There was an interesting one we took recently. Can you remember what it was, Mike?
I think it was the way you kind of manage stuff. So there was like Architect, Oracle.
Do you remember what it was called though? Test.
No.
Okay. Yeah, there was one recently which it talks about how you work and what kind of person you are when it comes to kind of your day-to-day organization and such, which is really interesting.
I think Annie remembers it.
Elaine said if you Google alchemist, architect and so on, you'll find it again. Yeah, SB, that's the one. What was that again, Mike? I've forgotten.
I think you might have been an alchemist oracle, maybe? Or
no, it wasn't.
Explorer, maybe?
Explorer, that was it.
1% of the world's population has 4 divisions on their pinky finger.
4 divisions? You mean like joints?
Wow.
Like you have an extra bone? I may be misunderstanding this.
I think it is an extra bone, yeah.
Really? An extra bone? Really?
Wow, I don't have that.
Because Hardik, that sounds like evolutionary shit, which means that you are the spearhead of our species at the moment. You have to keep that 4 division pinky going. Not a bone. How do you know if you have it? I can guarantee I don't, but
an extra number when you count on your hand. What?
An extra number when you count on your hands. That makes no sense. Unless you have another finger. Morning, Tibbs.
I think maybe he means, like, if you count these.
But they align with your bones. That's why there's a crinkle there. No! Hardik, we need to know. You have to explain it.
Maybe he just has an extra crinkle.
No. The crinkle's got to be caused by something.
He's just got a crinkled finger.
Crinkly finger. Tibbs with the left-handed again. An extra crinkle. I don't understand.
I love that you're holding your hand for reference as well, like, ah!
I'm like, what is this? No. Yeah, you'll have to send us a picture of your hand. This is witchcraft. Oh no. I think education is important, Aline.
You mostly got me with the laugh at the end there.
I have an extra wrinkle on my face.
Where?
Here.
There's no wrinkle there. That's a cheek. That's your nose.
I just want to be special.
You get
I have an extra wrinkle on my butt,
Do the
and you
smile.
can't see it because I can't show you my butt.
Now we get banned. Little dimple smile. That's nice.
I don't have a dimple.
You do.
I don't. I checked. I made sure.
You do when you smile. Did you try smiling in the mirror?
I don't. Yeah, Eileen, how dare you? How dare you disobey? You can do it, Eileen. I hope homework and everything is going good. Anyone else have any weird dreams last night? Or was it just me?
No, I don't think I dreamed. I don't think I dreamed.
I dream.
Oh no. There we go.
What is it?
I do this thing where I click back onto the window, but it does a brush. It does me a brush.
SB, you are the Oracle. SB knows all. Direct all your questions to SB.
Ladies and gentlemen, but I'm the Oracle.
There is no spoon. I knew it. That's cool. I had a side of the Oracle, but I wasn't full Oracle.
A side of Oracle.
Yeah, just a side. Aha! A normie's hand. A special hand. Oh no! Mine's a normie hand. But I do have a mole right in the centre of one of the wrinkles. Does that count? Is that special? 0.5% of people have a mole
Where?
in a
your
wrinkle.
Mole? Where's your mole?
It's in a wrinkle.
It's in the where?
Right in the wrinkle.
Let me see.
So I want to make the wrinkle that looks kind of like an eyeball. You ready?
I see it. Oh my gosh.
It sees you.
Oh my gosh. You have an eye on your hand.
Yeah.
It
sees you.
It's a really small pupil though, so it looks really angry.
It's angry. It's angry because it doesn't have 4 divisions and isn't considered rare. It's like I really want to be Mew, but I'm like Rattata.
I don't think I've ever seen a mole like on someone's palm of like the bottom of a hand.
Really?
Are you sure it's not just a bit of dirt?
Yes! I'm sure. How dare you?
Let me see.
No.
Let me see. They're gonna clean it off.
No! I don't want you to spit all over my finger. My special finger. You just want to lick my special finger.
I was gonna use kids did. I have scars on my left hand.
How big is the mole near his thumb on one hand? You see? Is this an actual nightmare, Sarah DePandas, or is this something that actually happened? I tried to do 4 storyboarding projects overnight. 3 hours late to a class that was already 2 hours later than usual. Everything was subpar. Embarrassed but not shocked. My nightmare. It's like half story and half beautiful limerick. It's half story and half haiku.
Wait. Doig said like Doig has 2 moles on his chest.
He does. They're weird.
How weird.
Pretty weird.
Oh. Weird in what way?
They stick out.
I'm laughing at Emma being like, Hardest got a scar on his left butt cheek that I left there.
Oh my. That's true, Tibbs. I'm kind of glad you didn't have a dream. I wouldn't want you to have to go to court again for something. Dream court.
Dream court sounds like something that fairies would overseer.
It's no joke. It's no joke in Tibbs' dreams.
I don't actually like what I did there, so let's just undo that.
Look at things do dapper, gents. Oh, Claire, you never remember your dreams. That kind of sucks. I get that a lot too, though. Like, when I wake up, I remember them for about 2 minutes and then they're gone. And I wish that I remembered them more.
You could get a dream diary next to your bed or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I don't tend to get them very often, but then there'll be kind of seasons where I get them for a couple of months every night.
Hmm.
And then it'll go back to being a barren wasteland of dreams again.
Barren dreamland. Maybe it's just the depth of the sleep you get. Maybe that's between deadlines.
Maybe. I don't think so though. I think it's like, it feels like it's a monthly thing. Like, it happens at a certain time of year.
Hmm.
Good morning, Roxanne.
Hello. How's it going?
How's it going, dude?
Yes, we had a dream today where their alarm went off. They turned it off and then got up. Then they woke up. Finished.
That's a very, very interesting dream. One of the coolest I've heard. You should do some kind of story based on that dream. Design a ton of original characters for it.
SB's like, watch sad puppies, Ali, and convince yourself that those puppies will stay sad if you don't draw. Thought manipulation.
Oh my
Like
gosh. That's so sad.
the fate of those puppies depend on you, Ali.
So sad.
I kind of.
What is it?
Like. I moved the breast down.
Uh-huh.
But I think it threw off my sense of like rhythm. So I'm gonna attempt to undo that.
So what's your sense of rhythm?
In the pose and everything. Like I'm not liking it as much. I've shortened the torso, it doesn't look as elegant. Blah 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 blah.
Do you want like a fast draw over?
Sure.
Do you want to like copy and paste it to me super fast?
Do you want the original to draw over, or do you want the amendment to draw over?
Either is fine. Whichever one you prefer.
I think I'd rather you drew over the original.
Are you able to get back to the original pretty easily?
Yeah, it's just layers.
Cool. I don't know if I'll be able to help, but I can try.
Sure. Eileen, you could do a draw over of my bear.
Yeah. That would be helpful. There we go. When my browser decides it's gonna work. Oh wait, it's behind the chat, that's why. There we go. God gave you style, God gave you grace.
Hey Bryony, how's it going?
Oops.
Drawing a bye chat says Eileen. Bye bye Eileen.
Bye bye, Eileen. Bye bye now. Good luck with your drawing.
I'm gonna watch India draw. Oh. I should just watch it on here.
That's probably where I'd go with it.
Okay.
Whoops. Let me get that back over to you.
Thank you.
Sure thing. How's it going for anime going? It's going okay, to be honest. I get a little lost. I think that I could do some boarding just on paper or something, some fast sketches to come up with ideas because I'm not 100% sure on what I'm doing. I'm having fun though. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's important to remember to do that.
You know, even if it's not perfect. How's everything going with you, Bryony? Have you been to any conventions yet? Because I know that you had a whole lot lined up this year.
Oh yeah. I think I saw some tweets about her doing so. We went to Swansea Comic Con about 2 weekends ago.
Oh, cool. And how was that? How was Swansea? Did I not make a storyboard before this? Not for this particular thing. I've done storyboards in the past though. But this is a storyboard in itself, not an actual animation. I think I'm doing the storyboard in Toon Boom partially because when I tried to open storyboard it didn't work when I started doing it. And also because it's a very similar process.
Oh wow. At the last hour of the con, this guitar rocker guy just played rock themed nerd music on the last hour.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Keeps everyone chipper at the end.
Oh, and Gecko. Congratulations. Gecko's done with normal schoolwork. We're good now.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Oh, thanks, Roxanne. That's super cool of you. And it might change a lot when it comes to the actual animation because I think there's a few things I've done here which just don't work, but you know. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, you got a job at Cloth Cat. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. I think Brownie was working there before, right? Is this like another contract there?
Yeah. See, I'm not sure I like the rotation, but I guess I'll fix it at a later date. I need to fix this drawing.
I have a tickled nose.
Bless you.
Oh, you got an MCM coming up. They're pretty busy today. Oh, I found that the artist alley one that I saw, if it's down by the docks, it's kind of out of the way. Whoa, look at my one weird arm hair.
Yeah,
It's
Mike
really...
has one weird arm hair that's like white and wiry and sticks up past everything else.
That is strange.
He's getting more and more grey hairs too.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
He is. He's turning into a grey bear.
Oh, Grey Bear. That's such a cool name.
And then you'll lose all your hair and become bald. Eileen, you have one facial hair. I have one of those like slightly weirder, thicker hairs like underneath my chin. I keep pulling it out. Hey you. Wow. Wow. Oh wow. It's Buffy. Oh, she's so adorable.
And destructive.
Yeah, love stroking her. So cute. It grows up to 20 centimeters long. Does it really? Is it really like 20 centimeters? This hair makes me laugh. Just thinking about you go hair. Be like the hair, Aline. No matter how much people try to cut you. Gecko is not our cat. We are staying with a friend. And a friend has a cat.
Buffy. Buffy. Hey, some cat.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like my chin hair. I don't blame you for exaggerating things, Aline, it makes it more interesting.
Hello. Hello.
She just bonked her head off my chair.
Yeah.
I felt it. I felt the vibration.
She did a slow turn. It was kind of like a little oil tanker when she's trying to turn around. I wonder if she thinks there's a cat trapped in that cupboard.
Why would she think that, Mike? That's such a weird thing to say.
Because she can see her reflection in it.
Oh, okay, I see.
And she always goes over and sits. Maybe she's just admiring herself. Oh.
Do I cut it short? No, I just pull it out.
Come get a hug. Stop walking away. Oh, I just got a really clear view of the one tooth.
The one tooth to rule them all.
Yeah, she's got a missing fang on the right hand side. Her right, stage left. But the sun just caught like the other one that is there. So I saw the difference. I'ma lift you up now. Yeah. Hello.
Aww.
Hello.
She's up on his lap now. And they're both being adorable.
Oh, did a slow. No, don't run away. No. She's found a sunspot on the back of your desk.
Good. I hope she enjoys it.
Alan asked if you cut it short as well. Cut what short?
I've answered. We've been talking.
Oh, I was distracted.
Ahoy there, you. Fluffy little bumpkin. She just loves being in the sun so much.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. I think if I could have a choice, I would live like a cat, and I would just find a patch of sunlight, and I'd just like lie on the floor in the sunlight and doze all day.
Yeah, I believe it.
That'd be so nice.
Just coming back. Hello. 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 Goodbye.
Night night, Gecko.
Oh,
Be free.
The thing with trying to edit this is like I don't know what I captured in the first one.
Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it.
I'm not trying to complicate it. I'm trying to not move too far away from what I already have.
Did the drawer ever help?
Yeah. Yes and no. Like, I see where you're going with it. But I don't necessarily want to go there.
Mhm. That's fair.
So I'm doing my own red line based on yours and based on Clint's to the right side as well. Because I think his anatomy is not exactly true to life, obviously. So. The eyes really got you in the original design.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that I had up before.
So, I think there's something in the perfect roundness that you gave the eyes, where it almost felt like the eyes were blank or had coins on them.
Like here? Like as they are now or as they were before?
As the ones you sent me, when you sent me the thing on Discord.
Yeah, that's what's up now.
Like, I think you could put coins on the eyes or something, but that's, again, my idea.
Yeah.
Not your idea, so you got do you. I don't want to push you in a direction you don't want to go in. Meow, meow, meow. How much does Aaron have it? Because he's screaming, I got it.
I got it.
I got it. Enough to play it one-handed? Probably.
You know what?
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what I was gonna say there. I think it was along the lines of I'm just gonna run with it and not overthink it too much.
That's the way.
Like there's something about what I originally painted that I really like. I like, and that every time I make an edit to it or change it, I'm like, I like this less.
So you really just want to neaten up the ideas you had originally a little bit without changing it too much, I guess.
Yeah.
SB says a simpler muzzle brings out the rest of her. I think the problem is once you reach a certain amount of competency with things, you can tell when you're being incompetent. Like, once you feel like you know a little bit about storytelling, writing stories becomes so much harder.
Yeah.
Because suddenly you're like, oh wait, I didn't do this, so I've done this, so I've changed this, and now this doesn't work.
Hello.
Hello there.
Okay, I'm gonna go show her that she does actually have food.
Hey you got food. Don't even worry about it.
Bryony, Coda is. Oh, flip my camera. That's a good idea. But Coda is next month. It's a monthly comic.
Yeah.
There's a preview for issue 2 though out for the first 5 pages.
It looks pretty awesome. So I liked this pose, but I'm gonna move it. Maybe it's not for right now.
Okay, flipping it really does make me go, oh wow, okay, it's broken. Good, right. Wow.
What is it?
I flipped it and suddenly like everything feels out of whack. Cool.
Cool. Yeah, Code Issue 1 was so good. I hope people here have read it.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about flipping. I like that flipping suddenly makes me less precious about it. Whatever.
And upside down.
That's crazy talk.
I've never tried upside down before.
Oh, it doesn't let me rotate it.
That's you.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh no, I see your eyelids. Maybe you need the sleeps. Oh yeah, Mike, we got invited to go to the cinema this weekend.
To see what?
Deadpool?
Deadpool 2. Oh, cool.
Hasn't that been out for ages?
No.
Oh. Then yes, Deadpool 2.
Cool. Okay. You like the part in Coda where it jumps to a different set of bars for an expanded cadence at the end.
It sounds like Tibbs is talking musically. I wonder if there's a song called Coda.
Oh. Alright, yeah, because Coda is like, is a term for the end of things.
I see. I didn't know that. So you know.
My god, we still need to see all the other Marvel films.
I know. I keep catching Aaron's eyebrows at the bottom.
Yeah, I wonder what Deadpool's like and if it's got a French dub.
Mm.
Aline is Aliose, a hermit. All she cares about is art lessons, Suzanne, bricks, and the stream.
Oh, she cares about the stream.
Tibbs can't stand Deadpool. The comics are bad and the movie was awful.
Oh, there you go. I quite enjoyed the movie, but I haven't read any of the comics, so I couldn't say.
Jacksepticeye recently did a let's play of the Deadpool game with Ryan Reynolds, the actor of Deadpool.
That's pretty cool.
I watched the start of it. It was pretty funny.
Did it not grip you?
It was more like, I shouldn't be doing this, I should be doing something else.
Yeah. Yeah, Jacksepticeye seems pretty awesome. Seems like a cool guy.
Yeah. Someone stop tips. Hey, hey. I'm seeing how far she goes.
Yeah, keep on, keep it on.
My dad used to do word-replay stuff. What was it? Bar steward. That was one of them.
I don't get it.
Bastard.
Bar steward.
Yeah.
What kind of like Cockney rhyming slang?
I think just to avoid saying, I can't see this art anymore, it's too reflective.
Oh, I see. So when he had kids, he would say not swears.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm gonna stop painting this for a bit, because like the reflections on my screen make it hard to see the valued things.
Ah.
It's kind of annoying. Maybe if I...
At least trying to calm Tibbs down, but there is no calming the Tibbs.
It doesn't help that it looks like it's been cleaned with like a sponge or something.
What, your monitor?
Yeah.
I thought you said you thought yours hadn't been cleaned.
No, that it's got streaks across it.
Yeah, exactly, Aline. Don't use your mod powers on Tibbs, she'll destroy you from the inside.
Tibbs specifically asked for her modness to be taken from her.
Yes, that did happen.
What?
I just thought you might be going somewhere with...
No, it's because someone said Tibbs don't even need mod powers to be a mod.
Well, that's true too. How is it not a salt shaker emoji? Oh my god, that'd be a really good one to have. I don't know. They should have one.
Maybe there is deliberately not one, so that people don't like, abuse it.
But yeah, Tibbs, I agree with you about a lot of stuff in that movie. And yet somehow I still enjoyed it. Maybe I'm just too tired. Maybe I'm too tired to fight them anymore. There was a bit of animation in the movie. Maybe that's why.
What's that?
Yeah, there was one part where like unicorns and stuff were animated, and it stuck with me because I was like, animation, yeah.
I don't remember that.
That happened. I think there were some parts I liked about it, some good parts, and I think the rest of it.
The music. Okay.
I think the rest of it was tempered for me because I was expecting it. Like, I knew when they did the Deadpool movie it was gonna be like 90% profanities and references, because that's kind of what I always told Deadpool was as a character.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it makes it better that I was expecting it, but I definitely didn't go into the movie expecting it to be anything else.
Yeah.
Eileen doesn't the animation in the credits. No, there's a part where he gets knocked over or something, and he's knocked over next to his lady love, and they're looking into each other's eyes, and all this romantic music starts to play, and then there's like unicorns and stuff start frolicking around her.
Oh, yeah.
It's near the end.
I just remember that movie because you won that Teddy, but like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she saw this vending machine on the way. Not vending machine, like claw machine on the way in.
I think everyone's probably heard this story now.
Okay.
Sorry. Just on danger of repeating ourselves. TJ Miller. Who's TJ Miller?
Is he not his friend? Yeah, it's his friend.
Is he a bad person? Is he a bad man? Or a lousy actor? Or similar? I don't know who he is at all. Mike's silently reading an article.
It's this guy.
Oh, okay.
The article is titled TJ Miller is preventing me from getting excited for Deadpool 2, but I can't tell you why. Because I didn't read far enough in.
Oh no! That's okay, I'm sure people can find out the news on their own if they want to.
Yeah. Think after he drunkenly called a bomb threat on a woman for no reason, you think maybe that might have some impact on his career.
A bomb threat?
Like, that girl, she's the bomb.
A bomb threat as in, we're gonna get bombed. Or I have a bomb. Come out with me, I have a bomb. I wonder if bomb threat is like code for something.
I don't think so. I think it's more calling out the place where someone is and going, I planted a bomb.
You're so pure. I don't. I'm just naive. Emblem and Deadpool. Peas in a pod, I'm sure. Basically the same franchise.
Wait, isn't Fire Emblem like that JRPG thing?
Yes.
Oh.
It looks pretty cool.
He called the police saying that a woman on his train had a bomb. Oh, he didn't even know the woman. It wasn't like a vendetta.
Okay.
I'm just assuming he didn't know the woman.
Yeah, you don't know what he knew.
A woman for no reason. There we go. Wow.
Maybe he really thought she had a bomb.
Well, like in his drunken stupor.
Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't have been drunk, but maybe he thought she really did have a bomb. Or maybe he just was like, this will be funny.
Have I stumbled into Sonic music?
I hope so.
Chill Out Sonic music compilation. It's going do 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 do.
Do-do-do-diddle-do. Ba 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 ba. That's Sonic. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
But he also told the police the wrong train because he was drunk, though he claims otherwise, so the police stopped a random train because of his fake bomb threat.
That's not great, don't waste police time. Maybe he didn't think it was fake though. Maybe he thought he was doing a service. He thought he was saving a lot of people. I mean, you never know, right? Unless he was literally like, I thought it would be funny to do this.
Yeah.
It was just a joke, man. Oh, SB, night night.
Good night, SB.
Have a good sleep. Tib says he's a bad person. Well then. I will remain the pure person who doesn't believe in bad people. Or rather, the person who continues to believe in bad people even when they do bad things.
Yeah. Maybe they had their reasons and they're not an asshole.
I think a lot of villains think they're doing things for good reasons. But I won't get into that. Because I know a lot of other people think some bad people are just bad people and just irredeemable.
Well,
It's just gonna have to
one
be
bad day
something.
away from becoming a villain.
That's what I think. But swash never.
I was about to be like, oh, how does Clint do feet? Wait.
He doesn't. He avoids them at all cost. What feet? People have feet? No.
This is just the end of the t-shirt. There you go. Oh my god, it's a knuckle song.
Oh my god, 4 AM. That's crazy. Serenity Pandas. Yeah, you should definitely go and get some sleep. Hey! Hey, Sugar.
Talk to you later, guys. Says Sarah the Panda. Sarah the Panda. Sarah the Pandas. Sarah the Pandas.
Yes.
Sarah the Pandas. Sarah
We have already said goodnight.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the.
Catch up, Mike. Catch up. Get good.
Okay, I'm here now. Hello, cat.
I get what you're saying, Tibbs. I just think that encouraging understanding and mercy is also important. And a lot of the stuff I hear either from people telling me how it happened, and those people sometimes have agendas, or I hear from news, which I know is biased.
Yeah.
So without actually being there and seeing the situation, I don't want to say anyone is evil or a bad person. You know? But that's just me. Like we can't control the fact that most of our information is being told to us through secondhand sources. That's just the way that life is.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make any sweeping judgments based on that.
You want to put a filter in front of it, and
I just want to always remind myself that there are not even just two sides, but multiple sides to every story. And I don't want to start seeing things in black and white. Not that that's what I'm saying you or anyone else is doing, but that's definitely what I want to prevent myself from doing. Yeah, Alien thinks we need all the people and all the attitudes, which is very true. I think if everyone had the same attitude I did, nothing would ever get done in life or in the world. So it's definitely a good thing that we have people who feel different ways about these things.
yeah. Someone could do something bad for the right reasons. Someone can do something good for the bad, wrong reasons. But good, bad, it's all relative. Calling a bomb threat on someone random on the bus, there's no redemption from that. But then,
I don't know. Like I said, it's all relative to the people who are saying it and the people who are there. But I think I like Alien's perspective of it takes all types of people in the world to make a functioning world, so it's a good job that we all have different opinions on this stuff.
yeah,
Or we'd be easily ambushed.
your idealism is inspiring.
Ah. I don't know if it's idealism. Some people might call it denial, but
Naivety.
yeah.
I think it's important to distinguish how the world is from how the world could be. And imagine the world as it could be, and reacting and acting toward it as if it were, you know, a better way. It's better than just accepting that it's as shitty as it can be at times. Like, disagreeing with someone doesn't make them an idiot. But treating them like an idiot when you disagree with them doesn't help anyone.
I'm not sure what you're preaching about, Mike, but I'm
I don't
agreeing
know.
with you.
That's general thing that I I went into the fact that people hold different opinions and we need different people to create a diverse world. So it's good.
Well, when Doig was complicit in that putting a dead bird through someone's letterbox, we were hearing it from Doig's mouth, like first hand,
Oh yeah.
from the person who was doing it. So I felt slightly better about judging his actions because he was literally saying, I just did it because everyone else was doing it. And we could ask him about it first hand. Plus, I think it's slightly easier to jokingly condemn someone for doing something which doesn't seem that serious, and you can't do anything about anymore because it's done.
Yeah.
Context, I think.
Would I put a dead bird through someone's
Letterbox now?
No.
No, you wouldn't. And I don't think doing that back then made you a bad person. I'm just checking whether I think this composition is working, is gonna work. Like, I'd like to be able to show the keyboard too.
Piano.
Yeah, sorry, the piano. The keys of the piano. But I'm not sure if I can, but I'd like to try and get it in. Don't worry, Aline, I got your back. I will be the great forgiver. Remember. Hey.
Alan loves her little muse.
I know. That was an adorable impression, like. She had little broken meows. She can't quite get them out fully.
I think our streams are 20% cooler now that we have a cat meowing in them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Kids, I'm not saying that I can't comment on it. I'm just saying that I don't want to make the kind of judgments where I'm saying that this person is a terrible person and then sort of spreading that information. Like, I feel perfectly able to talk about it and the ins and outs of it and to play devil's advocate, which is one of my favourite things. But, for example, I wouldn't be comfortable with supporting that person being punished or given a life sentence or something if all I had to go on was the second-hand information. I think that's why court cases and things happen, because you need to be able to hear it from the horse's mouth and be presented with evidence and be sure that you're making the right decision. But I will spout my opinion on anything, as you guys probably know, often when I don't have all the information. I just want to make sure that I'm always open to being wrong about stuff.
Yeah. Benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise, kind of thing.
I just don't want to. I never want to. I want to always just know that I could be wrong about something and be open to being proved wrong about it. Like, I want to hear all the opinions from all the people.
alcohol is a really dangerous thing within society because of the effects it can have on someone's behavior and decisions. Like, someone can be inebriated or drunk or something, and it will influence their actions. And I'm not saying like they're innocent of their actions because they're drunk, but it's like judging someone. Oh, it's so hard because like they made a conscious choice to get that drunk, so there's a part of them that is capable of that, and then they'll act in a way that they may not necessarily act when they're sober because of the alcohol, and it's just a spiral of.
But then they shouldn't be drunk, like in public.
Yeah.
In the first place, right? But then that's a societal problem as well with the way that we view alcohol as being okay, whereas other drugs aren't.
Well, the context matters.
I think that's one of the cruxes of the issues, Eileen. It's just annoying that so many assholes get away with shit because everyone's too unsure to speak up. That's a definite problem. I think. Because though you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, you definitely also want people to have repercussions to their actions.
Would you say the one of the characters in 12 Angry Men was playing devil's advocate with the rest of the group?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's a good example of someone who casts doubt on something that people are so sure about.
Yeah, it's a good film. I think that's what he does all the way through, is he plays devil's advocate, which gets people riled up. And through doing that, you get to actually hear what they think about the issue, because at the beginning, no one wants to discuss it at all. Everyone's just like, well, he's guilty, he's obviously guilty, so just let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
But through that, a discussion starts. Honestly, I can't stand devil's advocate. It's one of my least favourite things people do. It's just derailing someone's argument with nonsense points you don't believe and convincing yourself through correlation. I don't believe that. I think that, at least in the way my brain works, it's not like once I take one side I can't see the other side. I can often see several different sides. So when I'm playing devil's advocate, I'm not saying something I don't believe and have no evidence for and have no correlation to any part of the argument with. I'm speaking from another side of myself that I think is equally important to talk about. I think it definitely opens the way for discussion.
Hey, Lawrence.
You know, I don't think we should be scared of discussion or people disagreeing with us. I think these are healthy things to do and good things to talk about.
There are opportunities to grow.
Yeah. Like hearing someone talk about another side of an argument should be, you know, a good way to start a discussion. I think if everyone agreed with everyone else, like Aline said, it would be a very boring world, or one which didn't function properly.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about stuff, so I'm a little bit more quiet.
Hello, Lawrence. Good
Hey.
morning.
Do you remember Lawrence?
Yes.
Awesome.
How come?
But just we met him at one point at Adventure X way back.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. Yeah, Aline, I'd agree with that too. Like, anger is valid. I think often anger is very important, And I think passion's very important in arguments too. I think it shows you how much people believe what they're saying.
I think that's one thing where if we're discussing something, you doubt how much I care about things because I tend to try and keep a level head and calm about stuff. And it gives you a false read on what I do and don't care about. And then it's like, if I do genuinely care, it's like, if there's a crack in the emotional wall, then I usually get like, I go from calm to upset really fast rather than it being gradual.
Yeah. It's more just that when you're discussing something and the other person's like, yeah, okay, sure, then you doubt that their original opinion meant that much to them because they gave up on it so easily.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas if someone is fighting for what they believe in, I get the impression they really must believe in that because they're going for it. And that makes me reassess the way that I think about the situation because I'm like, well, they really, really believe this. So they must have really good reason to do so. I should take these points more seriously than I would if it was just a, oh, what if this? Oh, I don't know. This kind of thing. Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Bryony, I like that too. On the stream we can discuss all kinds of things. I really like that. Everything from stupid, crude humour to derpy puns to actual issues. I guess I'm just the type of person, Tips, who feels like counterpoints are very important, and that it's always important to just consider the counterpoint. Even if it means that you disregard it, that's fine. Just so long as you consider it. You know? I just think it's important not to always come at the thing assuming that you're right first, but to think about the other sides and then be like, no, but I still definitely feel this way. I definitely think that I can...
Devil's advocate is often the unpopular opinion of something.
Yeah. But when I'm playing devil's advocate, I often can put myself in those shoes and see why people would believe it. I'm not saying things without knowing the reasons for it. I am admittedly projecting my own reasons onto it because I have to come at things from my own perspective or I have no grounding. But I'm definitely thinking and feeling the reasons why. That's one of the things I think is so interesting and I like doing it so much. Like, I think it helps show what a thin line there is between one thing and another. I think it's just because personally I like seeing, being able to see varying opinions as a strength.
I think it's an open-mindedness. Like being able to consider both sides, or multiple sides or facets of something, rather than closing the door too quickly on something.
I think that's it. I just don't want to close the door too quickly on it. But, I mean, like I said, me seeing that as a strength is because that's the way that I do things. And it's nice for me to be able to see it as a strength because it's something that I do. But, you know, I can see that other people would see it as being floozy-doozy and not choosing strongly enough what you believe. Do you think it's a problem that you got stuck in a grey area, Tips? Because I don't mind grey areas too much. Like, I don't think that everything always has to have a black or a white stance on it. In fact, I think that's one of the problems, is that people always want to see people as either a good guy or a bad guy, without realizing that people can be both, and that sometimes it isn't an easy or simple answer for whether something is right or wrong. The grey area is an uncomfortable area to be, but I think sometimes it's an important place to feel okay with being. It's a place that I think society doesn't feel comfortable in being. Oh, I see. So Aline is saying that more often people are trying to understand the offender than understand the defender. Maybe it's just because it's more interesting to do that mentally, Aline, because understanding the defender is very, very easy for me in a lot of cases. Like, this thing happened to this person, or this person did this thing to that person. Like, of course I immediately understand the defender's point of view. So there's not much interesting discussion to have there. Like, of course I support this person, that was an awful thing to happen to them.
Yeah, well, if we're talking about something that's criminal or a crime, it's like, why is the offended offended? Is usually like they've been harmed in some way.
But I think understanding why people do things they do, and what their viewpoints on it might help us prevent stuff like that in the future as well. Like, I think the perspective on why you might do something, or what the offender was feeling, is an important thing to try and understand.
It's kind of a key to rehabilitation. Remember and say what you're working on.
Oh yeah, I have. I'm good. Well, yeah, I mean, Aline, I think you're right. I do believe we can all fuck up, and I am afraid to be judged if I did fuck up. Like, I'm afraid that if I did something, either accidentally or for what I would consider a good reason, I wouldn't want to be lynch mobbed for it. You know? Or I wouldn't want my life to be ruined by something that may have been outside of my control. Because people kind of believe the first thing they hear about it. And so yeah, it definitely is like out of a place of putting myself in the position of what if something would happen to me and I wasn't to be understood. That makes me want to understand this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't see that as being necessarily a bad thing. Like, you have to understand that I still 100% support the defender. And if it ever came to a position where I had anything that I could, if I had to take a stance and someone forced me to, and say, which side do you take? I would of course take the side of the defender. But I think in a discussion it's important to have something to discuss. And I think saying we can't talk about this because it gives power to them is maybe not the right way to try and fix issues, in my opinion.
I don't know what Alan and Tibbs are describing, where it's like it's cultural and harmful myth to say that someone can do a really bad thing and say they've done it by accident. But if you
what if you do it by accident? Though?
Yeah, if it's the sort of scenario where someone does something that's a crime, and the context is removed, and the crime is judged for the crime itself, and the person's punished for that crime because there's evidence to support that they did it. If it was like a flat result to it, then that's a world where you could have done something by accident and be punished severely for it. Like, I think that is a legitimate concern for people, and that's why you would want to know what the context was, what the motive was, and discuss that, and not immediately judge the person for having an action that would be considered wrong or harmful.
Yeah, I think it's also important to understand that there is a difference between people who will stand up and say that someone is faking something or doing something for attention versus someone playing devil's advocate in a discussion about it. Like, again, I don't want to group people into believing this or that, right or wrong. And I think grouping people who play devil's advocate with people who are actually defending the person publicly, rather than just saying, it's interesting to think about this though, can dissuade people from having discussions about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Aline thinks that although people can do bad things by accident, we've gone too far in that direction.
Where it's lenient because it's an accident.
Tips, the thing is though, I think people do understand the horror that victims go through. Or at least I feel like I do. But understanding the horror doesn't mean that I can't see other sides. You know?
We were talking about that the other day of like the Google employee who took a gun to work and started shooting people, and the reaction of like people owning guns is along the lines of, well, if someone else in the building had a gun, they could have just shot them.
Yeah.
And when you take a step back from that, the attitude that you could just shoot someone, just shoot your co-worker, shoot and kill or maim someone that you have worked alongside, and that is a sane, logical reaction to someone opening fire. Like it's almost an insane reaction. It's as insane a reaction to an action that you can plausibly have, where it's like someone is shooting and killing people, shoot and kill them first.
Yeah. There's so much discussion. I'm trying to catch up with it. There's a lot of text. It's all good stuff though. Yeah, I treasure difference of opinions. Ellie and I agree. I think this is good.
Like, I don't think devil's advocate is arguing the opposite of something for the lols.
Yeah, it's not for the sake of it.
It's not closing
your mind off to possibilities. It's me trying not to become bigoted, which is something that is an interesting word because we looked it up the other day, and I think it's being misused by a lot of people in media. Bigot is something which is thrown around a lot, but it just means someone who doesn't respect others' opinions on things.
Or is it yeah, showing prejudice against someone that holds a different belief than you do.
Yeah. I just don't want to become that. I want to make sure that I'm always open and that I'm always seeing the big picture.
Tibbs is saying that she can't play devil's advocate for something that's unquestionably wrong.
Yeah, well, I'd agree. There are definitely some issues that I have strong opinions on, and there are issues that I can't really play devil's advocate on too much. Like, I still do it, but I'm like, I come out the other end the same either way. I'm like, you could say this, but then this. There are definitely some things that I find it difficult to see the other side on. But unquestionably wrong. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because unquestionably wrong, but yet there are enough people questioning whether it's wrong or not for it to be something which has to be argued for either side, either way.
Can we just say we can agree that calling a bomb threat on someone that didn't have a bomb is wrong?
I guess it does depend on the context for me.
True.
Though.
Yeah.
Like
true.
again, if someone thinks someone has a bomb
and they don't,
and they're going to try and
in.
save the people on the train by calling it in.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that would be a situation in which it might be okay to do that.
That's the possible situation that you presented, that he could have been doing that.
Well, I don't know if he even could have been or was. I'm just saying in that situation it would be okay to do that.
Yeah.
Even if you were drunk. But more, I was just saying that it's interesting, unquestionably wrong for one person is very questionable for other people. And I think that's super interesting. It's like there are so many sides in the world, there are so many people in the world. And when you say something's unquestionably wrong, if 20,000 people disagree with you, saying 20,000 people are all unquestionably wrong and are, like, I don't want to say they're bad people, but assuming they are or something like that seems like if a lot of people hold a different opinion, it might be an opinion worth listening to, even if you end up ultimately disagreeing with it anyway. The acknowledgement, at least, that those people exist and that opinion is there, doesn't weaken your own stance.
Yeah, rather than dismissing it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, if they hold a differing opinion, there's a large feeling that they feel unlistened to. Or, like, they aren't being heard. And that creates a lot of discontentment that bubbles under the surface. And then you get a majority swing vote on something that you wouldn't expect to have happened because those people haven't felt listened to and stopped talking about it.
20,000 people like Justin Bieber.
More than that.
That's true. But, like, if 20,000 people enjoy the music, I'm not going to tell them they're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, people enjoy different music.
Knowingly calling a bomb threat on someone you know doesn't have a bomb is wrong. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can think of several situations in which that wouldn't necessarily be wrong, but I think none of those situations apply to this situation. So I think that's fair. Let's see. We don't get anywhere by yelling, I don't know all the facts. That's true, Tibbs, I agree with that.
But then, okay, so this guy did this in a drunken state. Should that have a long-lasting effect on his career? Should he be punished for the rest of his life for that one action?
Are we talking about I was reading about Justin Bieber, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it depends. And in this case it does depend on facts I don't have. And, you know, having educated devil's advocate requires me to go and research and find out about this situation. Which means that right now I do feel kind of uncomfortable saying that he deserves to be punished in a way which affects his career for the rest of his life. Because although yelling I don't have all the facts and not being able to formulate opinion on something isn't exactly helpful if you do want educated people being able to argue back about the different issues. They do need to learn some of the facts. I mean, has Justin Bieber done something awful that we've missed? Or are you guys just talking about the fact that his music isn't to everyone's taste?
I think he's done some, like, less than acceptable or cool things in his time.
Well, Tibbs, that's because I'm talking about unquestionably wrong as a very broad subject. Because we haven't actually said what the unquestionably wrong thing is that we're discussing.
Yeah.
So since I don't know what the unquestionably wrong thing is you were referring to, I'm literally just saying, for one thing that someone says is unquestionably wrong, there are the people who think it is questionable, and that's interesting.
Yeah, the thing that Tibbs said was calling a bomb threat on someone that you know doesn't, like, if you know for a fact that the bomb doesn't exist.
If I know for a fact the bomb doesn't exist,
yeah,
and I'm calling a bomb threat because I think it's funny,
yeah,
and I'm drunk, and I look across a train and I see a woman and I'm like, I'll call a bomb threat on her, it'll be really funny, then yeah. Like, I would definitely agree that's an asshole thing to do. But again, I don't think considering other people's opinions or dissenting opinions weakens your own stance on things. But yeah, it definitely helps to know a specific subject when talking about stuff.
Hey, Kieran. Kieran.
Hey, Kieran. Elaine, is he not being sorry? Is he, like, just trying to get out of it? I can't see my screen at the minute. I can't see his bare eyes.
They're very soulful. There you go.
Oh, they are nice. Yeah. They're very different from when I last saw them.
When I sent you over the one I sent you, I accidentally turned off one of the layers that had like the pupils and the reflections and stuff.
Yeah. Don't know how we do multicasting.
Kieran, what we do is India's in a Skype call with me, a muted Skype call, and that's full screened on my right hand monitor, and then I use Windows Capture for Skype and place it into OBS. This is my OBS setup. So India's screen is Swift Skype. And I realized that a lot of the screen is missing, but you know, whoops. You tend to be working in that area anyway. And then, yeah, then I broadcast from one computer. It means we can have like the OBS layout stuff over the top and everything. Sorry, the to the Tippy stream thing, which is
that like the alerts and stuff?
Yeah. That's all this stuff.
It's simple when you know how. It took us a little bit to set up, but...
Hey Aaron. We've got a boulder crowd going on over here.
Oh my god, Aaron! Hello! How are you? Oh, hello.
And then the little bouncy dudes are just little gifts I've put in.
Boop-a-doop-boop.
But I'm glad you're liking the bear direction.
Yeah. Oh, we miss you too. We heard some people might be going to the cinema this weekend though, so it would be cool to see you if you're going.
Oh yeah, maybe like
Maybe we can get a group.
Was it Jenny that invited you?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. Gonna go see Deadpool, I heard.
I think I should check my message again because I haven't read it properly.
Could be Avengers, but I'm assuming she would have seen that by now.
Yeah.
I'ma do it, says Alan.
Seems like Walter Tulp's course is really good.
I really want to do
Both
it.
Aline and Hardik are like, yes, it's really good.
Like, I wonder how I could teleport and push this painting.
We should probably head off though, since it is 9:30.
I agree, but
I know, but there are things we must do, such as take out the recycling
okay.
and get on with the freelance.
Oh, Craig Mullins, nice.
What's Craig Mullins teaching?
I would assume. That's a good question.
Who is Craig Mullins?
He's a concept artist.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it would be maybe like how to paint a concept. Like he's really good at big kind of scenes. If that makes sense. Like they're not so much story illustrations, but they're like world feel or an event happening or something.
Yeah.
It's just digital painting. He's just teaching digital painting.
Erin, you're too nice to us. You know, I don't know where I'm going with this storyboard. I'm just trying stuff out. I'm not sure if it's working. But I guess we'll see.
I love that this bear has just been here the entire time, like, oh hi.
Oh hi, I'm just a bear. Don't mind me. I hope everything's going good with work though. At the boulder.
At the border.
The big old boulder. I feel like I could make this smaller. Give myself a bit of room.
Oh yeah, check out my little Funko Pop with Grey Naked Lady.
Thank you, Trashbot.
Thank you. Let's go.
You also have a great day, oh Hardik. Oh, stretch. Ah. Okay, Mike, you ready? We have to head off ski.
Yeah. Take care, everyone.
And may the rest
Of your day.
be filled
With
adventure.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
See you later.
Thanks, everyone.